Welcome to the Etsy Edit. I am going to show you everything you need to know how to have a successful Etsy business. Now, my name is Megan, so everybody knows. I have been on Etsy for over 6 years now, and I have come across a lot of do's and don'ts, and I'm going to share them all with you guys. So, the first episode of this channel, I wanted it to be very simple and basic. I wanted to show you how to create a store. Let's get into it. So you are going to open your first Etsy store, right? You're going to want an email address and a password to create an Etsy store. And I believe there is a fee to start Etsy. It's a one-time fee. It's not a subscription or anything like that. I believe it varies from place to place. I had to pay $15, but again, like I said, it can vary. Created your login and your password, you're going to be prompted to this window, and you're going to see like all these little icons appear. You would have had to put in a picture for your account. This is your favorites, gifts, deals, and then this little thing here is going to be your best friend. It says shop manager, and that is going to take you to your store. So let's go right ahead. I created this store specialty for this channel. This is not an existing Etsy store. I have never sold anything on this store. This is a made up name that I came up with for this YouTube channel. I just want to get that out there. So everything that I do on here is solely for my YouTube channel. And that is a picture of me though, so I will say that. But everything else is fake. If we create listings on here together, then those are fake. I'm not really selling those items. So just so you know that. So every time you log into your store, it will look like this, and hopefully you will have big numbers going on here in your stats. I want to see big numbers for all of you guys. And then you have recent activity. So if you've listed anything, if someone favorited something, if someone made a purchase, it'll all be right here. You can see it at a glance, and it's really helpful actually. And you can get a little bit of insight without going to your shop manager choices over here on the left. So this is what they call the dashboard, which again, very helpful. You also have your link here to your store that you can just hit this and copy it and send it on social media, send it to your friends, whatever you want to do. Then the next thing is listings. This is where you'll see all of your products, and we'll get into that in a minute. Messages, if a customer has a question or they want a refund or they are unhappy with their order, all of that will appear here. Also, if you message them, if you message your customer about maybe you're selling custom products or something and you need to message them to find out something, that will be here as well. Orders, obviously self-explanatory. All of your orders will appear here. You can change this. You can do 20 orders per page, 50 orders per page, depending on how many orders you have. And then you have all of these settings here. So you can sort it by ship by date, destination, newest, oldest, and so on. I like to do newest, so I know how the orders are coming in. So I have my new orders on top, my old ones on the bottom. Sometimes I will flip it. I'll put the oldest orders on top and the newest on the bottom. Okay. Then you have your Etsy search visibility, which basically just says how your store is doing. So if it's set up, if you have listings, if you are having a good customer service base. So it is just keeping you in check, kind of. And then over here, they just help you out. They like give you kind of tips and tricks and things how to make your store even more successful. It's really good to read those, by the way. Don't skip them or anything. Stats, basically what it sounds like, right? Your stats, your revenue, your visits, your orders, how many people favorited your item, shop follows, buyers, abandoned carts. The abandoned cart one is very helpful because then you can go and set up an offer and that offer, so most of the time it'll be like a percentage off an item or a percentage off their total at your store. Then they'll send them a coupon code to them and they might come back and purchase. So that's really helpful. This is going to be your best friend down here, how shoppers found you. Because if you are on social media, if you are on Pinterest, if you are doing any type of marketing or you're doing Etsy ads, you are going to want to visit this. This is going to tell you how your customers are getting to your page, how your customers are getting to your store, how and what they're buying. So this part down here is going to be very, very important. And later in other videos, we will get more in depth to it, but just get familiar with it, look at it, review it, do your thing. So social media, it'll tell you like how many people visited from Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. I don't know who uses Tumblr anymore, but it was a thing. And then how your listings perform. So you're going to see your listings. Like I said, all of these are inactive. They are no longer listings that I have up on a store or whatever. So how your listings are performing, this is also going to be your best friend, because if you put a product up, you're going to want to know, are people actually viewing it? Are they coming to that product? Are they clicking on it? Are they reading it? Are they going through it? Whatever. Are they buying it? Right? So that's going to be your best friend down here as well. Your customer service stats are super important. You always want to have great track record with your customer service. You always want your case rate to be 0. You never want to have any issues with your customers, because then they will open a case against you, and that's not good, right? So again, these tools and tricks that Etsy provides are very, very important. You want to read them. Then you have marketing. Marketing has more tabs underneath once you click on it. So you have your Etsy ads. I personally don't use Etsy ads, but I know a lot of Etsy sellers that use it and have been successful with it. Sales and discounts. This is how to set up different sales or different promotions you may have on your store. Super important, because you want to make sure all of your sales and stuff are going smoothly. Social media, basically they curate a bunch of social media posts for you, and you can just post them on your social media page. So if you got one sale, you can then hit the button share and share it with all of your followers. Or you can just create your own post, whatever you want to do. I think it's a super underrated feature on Etsy. I feel like not a lot of people use it, but it's still a very good feature if you are not good with social media, because then you can just upload your products from here straight onto your social media and not have to deal with editing and captions and all of that. And then you have your custom web address. If you do upgrade to their plus feature on Etsy, they give you your own domain. So you can put your own shopname.com type of deal. And this is where you would be able to do that. We'll dive in further with that, because that can also turn into creating your own website eventually, which is super cool. And finances, it's basically what it sounds like. So you're going to have your payment account. This is super important, because this is where you're going to be able to track your money and your revenue and your losses and your refunds. Anything to do with what's going in and what's coming out will be in your payment account. And these are apps that you can connect to your store. And a lot of them you probably won't use, depending on what you're selling. And some of them are really good. eRank is one of them. I love eRank. eRank is an SEO growth tool, as it says. I use it to search on different products, make sure there's a network for it, like people are actually wanting to buy it. Help, basically, it is what it sounds like. If you ever have to contact Etsy directly, have a question, if something with your store is going wrong, you can go here. Settings, obviously, it is what it sounds like. All of your settings are going to be here. About your shop. If you ever need to change your credit card, your address, any of your personal information, you can go right here. So we're back at the dashboard. I hope I ran through a lot of things with you guys. I know I didn't like actually do anything. I just kind of explained everything, and that was the whole gist of this first video. So I hope that's okay with all of you guys. For the next video, I'm going to fast track a little bit. So make sure you have your Etsy store set up. Make sure you get your account info set up, your personal information, your address up with your personal picture. Just get it all situated. My next video I'm going to be doing is how to set up a listing and how to run through that, how I use ChatGPT to write my listings for Etsy. All right, so I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.